down our storm drains.
You'll likely notice these signs go up over the next few months. Some are already there and being replaced, some are new. As many as 800 storm drains in Fresno and Clovis will be getting them.
Tens of thousands of Kaiser Permanente workers have authorized a strike to begin at the end of this month if negotiations fail with the hospital chain. A majority of SEIU United healthcare workers voted in favor of the strike if a deal isn't reached by September 30th. That strike could involve more than 80,000 workers. Kaiser is not talking about the potential impact that a strike could have on hospital operations.
A little bit hotter for us today. Temperatures climbing to the low and mid 90s across the valley, but we are going to get a little bit hotter again over the next few days. Let's give you a look outside with our Table Mountain Sky Valley Cam Network. Here's a look at the sun sinking lower and lower into the sky. We've certainly seen plenty of it throughout the day today, and our official sunset time is coming up at 7:08. And I have another really pretty view to show you. This is from Hume Lake. I want you to look way off in the distance on the right-hand side, just behind that tree. And we are seeing a couple of showers off in the distance, and it looks like we're getting some really nice reflection of the sun rays off of the showers. Here's a look at the last 12 hours radar satellite loop. You can actually see some of those showers popping up over the Sierra right now. We're going to see these fizzling out as we go through the next hour or so. So here's a look at your forecast if you're heading to the Tower District Farmers Market. Temperatures in the low 90s now. We're going to drop to the upper 80s at 8, and then 9 o'clock when things wrap up, mid 80s. I will talk about temperatures climbing a little bit more over the next couple of days in your pinpoint weather forecast coming up. But first, we'll send it back to Catherine and Brian.
Lauren, thank you. A Fresno nonprofit was giving back to the community today with boxes of fresh produce. The Fresno Asian Business Institute and Resource Center held a crop buyback event at the Lao Evangelical Church on Cedar Avenue. The center works with local businesses and farmers to help prevent food waste and increase sustainability. They put on the produce giveaways every second and fourth Thursday of the month. About 300 families received items each time. The next produce box giveaway is slated for September 28th, and they will announce the location on their Facebook page.
Today, the Fresno City Council proclaimed the start of National Hispanic Heritage Month.
Our city is comprised of more than 50% Latinos, and so what this month means for us is we get the opportunity to take pause and recognize the contributions that the Latino and Hispanic communities have provided to our great city.
Saturday, September 16th is Mexico's Independence Day, and ahead of that, there'll be a flag-raising ceremony at Fresno City Hall. That's at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. National Hispanic Heritage Month runs through October 15th. The high-end sushi restaurant Nobu in Malibu is facing a lawsuit tonight after a hostess claims she was sexually harassed and assaulted there. The woman filing the civil lawsuit claims that the women who work there are told to dress in skimpy clothing and brush off unwanted sexual advances from customers and employees. Her lawyers say young women are expected to put up and shut up. They allege a restaurant manager repeatedly touched her inappropriately and on one occasion even restrained her while kissing her neck.
PG&E bills could soon be going up for millions of Californians. The California Public Utilities Commission has released 2 proposed rate hikes for PG&E customers. The utility company has asked for a rate hike that is high enough to raise its revenues by more than 25%. But the proposed rate hikes are much lower. The money would be used to help reduce wildfire risk. The commission did not say how much the proposed increases would impact the average customer's bill. The CPUC is set to decide on the proposals in November.
There's a new statewide effort to help cut down on pedestrian accidents. The California Office on Traffic Safety and Department of Transportation announced the launch of a program hoping to limit the amount of injuries. It lines up with Pedestrian Safety Month. According to state data, more than 7,000 people were killed in traffic crashes last year. Pedestrian and cyclist deaths accounted for nearly 30% of those deaths.
Still to come here on Eyewitness News, the California Border Patrol has closed a pedestrian crossing to process a new wave of migrants. Why many commuters are upset about this decision.
And then a little later, throwing shade, but in a good way. A look at a federal program that's encouraging folks to plant more trees.
Do you know what
what your child is doing online. Over half of our children own a smartphone, but only a third of parents feel confident enough to discuss internet safety issues. CBS 47 knows protecting children is a priority, so we've joined forces with these organizations to bring you the CBS 47 Cyber Safe Parent Program. Visit yourcentralvalley.com under education to find the info you need to talk to your child about internet safety. Brought to you by EECU, Fresno Unified, the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, and CBS 47.
Think solar is unattainable? Think again. To save money with NEM 3, you need to maximize your savings, which means storage. Storing energy your system generates allows you to save it so you can use it during peak times, rather than just sending it back to the energy company. Battery storage gets the most out of your solar. If you missed NEM 2, it's okay. Solar storage can still accomplish the same savings. Call Valley Unique Electric and Solar now. Mention this ad and receive a $2,500 savings on storage.
We're all hoping tomorrow will be better than today. My name is Bree Crowell, and we're working to build a safer energy system that's more reliable and more affordable in the long run for every Californian. Whether it's stronger poles that can withstand extreme weather, undergrounding lines to prevent wildfires, or installing powerful new technologies to spot problems faster. Our PG&E team knows every connection matters, and we take pride in the things we do. That's why we're proud to help build a better future for our hometowns and yours.
Now yourcentralvalley.com pros who know.
Swelling, cramping, and redness in your legs can be signs of circulatory issues. See your doctor and keep moving to keep your blood flowing.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Mid-Valley Disposal. CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 7 with Catherine Hurd, Brian Dorman, and Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Ped West, a pedestrian crossing at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, has stopped processing daily commuters to take in unlawful migrants now getting apprehended at the border between San Diego and Tijuana.
Salvador Rivera has the story in tonight's border report.
All morning, Border Patrol buses and field units have been rolling into Ped West, loaded with migrants who will be processed at this facility. As of Thursday morning, Ped West stopped taking border commuters to accommodate unlawful migrants who are getting apprehended along our border between San Diego and Tijuana. In recent days, there has been a large influx of migrants who are congregating between two border barriers on U.S. soil, waiting to get picked up by Border Patrol agents. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says it has run out of room at its stations in San Diego, and that's why it was necessary to use Ped West as a temporary processing center. CBP officers will continue to process other asylum seekers who have set up interviews through the CBP One app at this border crossing. That family you see there came across this morning. They are from the Mexican state of Michoacan and are headed to Fresno, California. CBP says the migrants brought for processing at Ped West will mostly be families and unaccompanied children. The agency says it hopes to return to normal operations as quickly as possible.
Cerrado, jefe.
In the meantime, border commuters who depend on this crossing to get to the U.S. every morning aren't too happy about taking a backseat to the migrants and now having to go to the other side of the San Ysidro Port of Entry for access north of the border. They say their morning wait times in line will now more than double. Salvador Rivera, Border Report.
Turning now to the weather, we are tracking a hot end to the week. We'll be flirting with 100 tomorrow.
And Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace is here with your full pinpoint weather forecast.
And right now I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Your top pollens, quinopods, elm, and ragweed. Expect medium-high levels for the next 2 days, then we'll drop down to medium for your Sunday and Monday. Temperatures will be getting hotter for the next couple of days, and then we have quite the cool down to talk about. I'll go over that in your pinpoint weather forecast next.
Now yourcentralvalley.com pros who grow.
Criminals don't like to be seen. DSS can install motion-activated or timed lights to brighten up dark areas and keep your equipment safe. Contact us today.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who grow.
The best savings and value can always be found at More Furniture, and this incredible bedroom deal is crazy good. Get this beautifully detailed solid wood queen bed for only $395, or upgrade to the entire suite for only $1495. That includes the queen bed, dresser, mirror, nightstands, and chest. A full 6-piece bedroom, designer details, and thoughtful craftsmanship for less than $1,500. This is only available while supplies last, and only at More Furniture.
At Rally's, I'm in the driver's seat. Hit me with that double meat and cheese Big Buford. Actually, give me a second one for just $1 more. Buy one, get one Big Buford for $1? Legendary. Whatever you order, own it at Rally's. Now half off regular size classic slushies.
Liquor King Check Cashing, now in their 4th decade of serving the Valley with check cashing and complete party supplies. Liquor, wine, beer, and we're your headquarters for kegs. Liquor King features check cashing, money orders, and wire services. And you'll always find a complete inventory of party supplies 7 days a week. Liquor King Check Cashing, serving the Valley for 4 decades at Blackstone and Herndon in Fresno.
Liquor King.
A degree from Fresno Pacific University isn't just a slip of paper or a box to check. It's an experience you take with you to every job, every connection, every opportunity, every day. An education from Fresno Pacific University takes you beyond a degree, personally and professionally. Find out about our flexible schedules, degree guarantees, and take the next step at fpu.edu/beyond.
I'm attorney Connell Dunyan. People come to us all the time saying the insurance company or another law firm told them their injury case was worth little to nothing. One client came to us after the insurance company offered her $6,000. We ended up getting her $100,000. Call us first. It's just that easy.
Stay informed, stay connected with the Valley Cam Network, presented by Table Mountain Sky. Now, your CBS 47 Pinpoint Weather Forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. A little bit hotter for us today. Temperatures climbed to 93 degrees in Fresno, just 1 degree hotter than yesterday. Also just 1 degree above the average high of 92. Hotter in the South Valley, Hanford and Lemoore, you warmed up to 97 degrees this afternoon. Madera 96 for your high, Merced 95. As we go through tomorrow, we're going to be a little bit hotter than today. Same goes for Saturday, but starting Sunday, we're going to feel our next cool down. And it's by next Monday that we're actually going to start a stretch of 80s. Right now it's 91 in Fresno. We do have some 80s though for many of you in the South Valley. The exception right now, Hanford coming in at 91. 80s Madera, Merced, 86 Mariposa, Shaver Lake currently at 72 degrees. Here's the last 12 hours radar satellite loop. Not much to show over the valley or foothills today. You saw a lot of sunshine, but in the mountains we were tracking a couple of isolated showers and storms with a lot of them really starting to lose their steam. So a couple of sprinkles showing up in our Fresno County mountains right now. I expect something similar tomorrow where we see some of these very isolated showers that pop up mainly close to the crest. We'll repeat that on Saturday, but by Sunday, a slightly better chance. So that's something that we'll watch over the next couple of days. But again, as for now, things are really starting to die down. So let's go over our forecast. 7 o'clock this evening. Tonight, we're going to stay clear. Temperatures will drop to the 60s across the valley. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for our Friday. Sunshine for the valley and foothills, but like I mentioned, a stray shower possible close to the crest tomorrow afternoon, very similar to what we saw today. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Friday night, we're going to stay clear. Here's 7 a.m. Saturday, and then we start our weekend. Mostly sunny skies for the valley and foothills, and again, a stray shower not out of the question close to the crest of the Sierra. So let's go over tonight. Clear skies, 60s for the valley, 68 degrees for your low in Fresno. Tulare down to 62 tonight. Coalinga, we have 65 for you. Madera 60, Los Banos at 62, Auberry 67, and then our highs tomorrow. Again, slightly hotter than today for some of you. That will bump you up to 96 in Fresno. Porterville 95, Madera 96, Los Banos 95. Oakhurst will be at 92 tomorrow afternoon. In the mountains, Yosemite Valley close to 90 degrees. Shaver Lake 51 tonight. You're going to be at 81 degrees for your Friday. Heading to Grant Grove 74, and then Sequoia National Park will be at 73 tomorrow afternoon. Solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Will generate about 30,000 megawatt hours tomorrow. These numbers cover the entire valley. Here's your extended forecast. Tomorrow, 96. Saturday, 95. We'll really start cooling down Sunday as we drop to 91, but check out the stretch of 80s. Monday back to 87. Tuesday, 88. Wednesday, 89. Thursday, down to 86. In the Sierra, again, next couple of days, we'll get that slight chance for a shower near the crest, but Sunday brings a little better chance for all the Sierra. By Monday, lots of sunshine, 70, and then temperatures drop back to the 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's your forecast. We'll send it back to Catherine and Brian.
Lauren, thank you. It may soon be easier to find a shady spot. Hundreds of communities around the country will share more than $1 billion in federal money to plant and maintain trees. This is intended to reduce extreme heat, benefit health, and improve access to nature. The tree planting efforts will be focused on marginalized areas in all 50 states, as well as some tribal nations.
Still to come here on Eyewitness News, nationwide drug shortages are impacting kids who have cancer. The questions lawmakers are asking pharmacies and drug makers about restocking shelves.
Calling all campers. The summer begins tonight at Camp Buddy Games. The bunks are bodacious, the games are gnarly, and the head counselor, Josh Dumel, is totally rad. Woo! So pack your duffel for a most excellent summer with your BFFs. Yeah! Call 1-830-BUD-GAME and camp like a kid again. At Camp Buddy Games, operators are standing by.
Tired of high energy bills but afraid you can't afford solar? SunSource Solar can help. We install solar systems at no cost out of your pocket. You could cut your power bill 30 to 50%, saving you thousands. Call SunSource Solar now and start saving money.
CBS 47, the Big Fresno Fair and Central California Blood Center invite you to give blood at the Pipe for Pass blood drive now through October 14th. Get a buy one, get one free fair admission when you donate. Details at donateblood.org.
Homeowners, if you want to sell your house fast for all cash, stop what you're doing and watch this, because Osborne Homes wants to buy your house right now.
I'm Alec from Osborne Homes, and we want to buy your house. Nobody buys more homes in California than Osborne. Whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition, Osborne Homes is the easiest way to sell your house fast, all cash. Best of all, when you sell your house to Osborne Homes, there are zero commissions, zero fees, plus no banks, no realtors, no repairs, and no waiting to close. We buy your house as is, all cash. Just go to osbornehomes.com right now for your free, no obligation, all cash offer. We are here ready to buy your house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So go to osbornehomes.com right now.
Don't wait. Sell your house to Osborne Homes and put the cash in your pocket right away. Any house, any condition. All cash right now. Just go to osbornehomes.com or call us today at 800-815-4857. Go to osbornehomes.com.
Hey, let's go somewhere fun. Let's see where AAA can take us. Let's go get stuck in the sand. Let's go sleep under the stars. Let's go for dinner and a show. No kids. And let's go stay at a hotel for less. Okay, let's bring the kids. But first, let's get this fixed.
With 24/7 roadside assistance, trip planning, hotel discounts, and more, you're always ready to go. AAA, your membership to go.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News Investigates. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
In health news tonight, nationwide drug shortages took center stage in a House committee today. Lawmakers questioned industry experts about legislation that would give patients better access to treatment. Jesse Tanur reports.
People are dying because of this.
Shortages of hundreds of generic drugs are forcing doctors to ration them, including some chemotherapy drugs for kids.
The heartbreaking part of it is that many of these pediatric cancers are curable with the right treatment.
Dr. Michael Ganio with the American Society of Health System Pharmacists tracks drug shortages. He says they are at their highest level of the last decade. Ganio supports new legislation that would create a 6-month buffer stock of pediatric chemotherapies.
That provision would save lives.
Lawmakers are also debating whether to allow drug companies to raise prices on generics faster than inflation. Some argue prices are so low, companies have no incentive to make them.
Just setting that threshold to say below that threshold, they're not subject to those rebates and penalties would be helpful.
Alan Kukul with Civica, a nonprofit that works to address drug shortages, supports the Republican-led proposal. But Dr. Melissa Barber, a postdoctoral fellow at Yale, argues it would incentivize companies to deliberately prolong shortages of generic drugs.
Prices were increasing dramatically, and these measures were put in place for a reason.
Lawmakers are more unified around making the supply chain more transparent for consumers to better predict shortages before they limit treatments. In Washington, I'm Jesse Chenor.
More proof that fentanyl use is getting out of hand. A study from UCLA found the proportion of overdose deaths from fentanyl and stimulants has gone up more than 50-fold since 2010. Cocaine and meth laced with fentanyl are the most common overdoses. Researchers discovered in 2010 there were just 235 overdoses with fentanyl, just 235. In 2021, that number was more than 34,000. Tens of thousands of child care centers around our country could be forced to close in the coming months because the federal funding they rely on is about to run out. Over the past few years, a large part of the child care sector was sustained by $39 billion in emergency pandemic funding. Without renewed funding, an estimated 70,000 child care programs could close, leaving many families to face difficult choices. The consequences would also impact those who can still find to be able to afford child care by making it a bit more expensive.
States use this critical funding to reduce costs for families and improve pay for providers.
Democrats are now pushing the Child Care Stabilization Act. It would provide $16 billion a year in funding for child care for the next 5 years, but passing the funding will be an uphill fight because the legislative does not have much Republican support.
Still to come here on Eyewitness News, the Community Access Collaborative in downtown Fresno now showcasing work from Fresno City College students. A look at the new exhibit coming up next.
With the partnership of my local trusted realtor, I finally made my dream of home ownership a reality. Backed with local neighborhood insight and industry data, realtors guide their clients through the process and advocate for them every step of the way. Whether you are ready to put down roots and invest in your first home, or whether you're looking to downsize, your next steps are some of the most important decisions you'll make. Members of the Fresno Association of Realtors put their clients' needs first and are here for you. My realtor believes in my dream.
There's a story about President Kennedy visiting NASA and asking a janitor, "What do you do here?" And the janitor replied, "I'm helping put a man on the moon." At Kauai Health, we hold that same belief, that every one of our employees has purpose and is necessary to achieve our mission. They are the driving force behind our commitment to provide compassionate, world-class care to everyone who walks through our doors. It's a purpose that is greater than any one individual. Because to achieve something extraordinary, something worth doing, no job is too small.
Mommy, what do you do at work? I help save lives, Mija.
Kauai Health, more than medicine, life.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
And still to come here on Eyewitness News at 7:30, the city of Fresno is controlling the pet population through a new citywide operation. Why City Council and a longtime partnership. We'll have that story for you coming up in our next 30 minutes of news.
The Fresno City College photography program now has an exhibition of student work at the Community Access Collaborative in downtown Fresno. The exhibition is on the 3rd floor, which showcases work from more than a dozen students at FCC. The curator of the exhibition says the vision is to inspire creativity. It will remain there for the next 3 years.
And before we go, one last look at the weather.
All right, we're heating up a little bit for the next 2 days, and then we're going to start our next cool down, and that will include 80s by the time we get into next week. So Friday 96, Saturday 95, Sunday low 90s. 80s arrive Monday, 87, 88 Tuesday, 89 Wednesday, and then Thursday back to 86 degrees. In the Sierra, the next 2 days, we're going to see a slight chance for a stray shower close to the crest, but Sunday will bring a better chance for more areas of the Sierra getting that isolated shower. Monday, plenty of sunshine. and we are at 70 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, dropping back to the 60s.
And that will do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 7.
Stay with us for Eyewitness News at 7:30. Coming up next.
More and more people are hiring Jacoby & Myers. Why? We get insurance companies to pay up to 10 times more. That means more medical and financial assistance, more attorneys, more experience, more wins. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
I had a simple idea, and Community helped me turn it into something bigger.
Community serves our entire valley. Community is more than a health system. They gave us hope.
Community saved my son's life.
Community shows their commitment to downtown Fresno every day.
My community cares for everyone.
I'm proud to have Community caring for our city.
My family.
My hope.
My city.
My purpose.
My community.
Trust. It's hard to get and easy to lose. When the risk of loss is great and people are hurting, who do you trust? How about the people trusted by the biggest names in business, agriculture, and government? Atlanta's Private Investigations, building trust one case at a time.
I'm Michael, founder of Atlanta's Private Investigations. Let's talk. When you need help, your answers are here.
Get the most cash for your Rolex watch at Valley Watch Firm, your #1 Rolex resource in the Central Valley. We specialize in buying and selling vintage and pre-owned Rolex watches. Visit valleywatchfirm.com, the experts for all your Rolex needs. Valley Watch Firm, we won't waste your time.
At Central Floor Supply, our new showroom is filled with name brand waterproof flooring and luxurious carpets. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all-pet warranty. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply.
Even if you hate mayo, on the McChicken, you don't. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Royal Furniture is having their biggest sale of the year. All display models must go to make space for new inventory. Current display models are on sale for up to 60% off. We carry American-made sofas, mattresses, and furniture for your bedroom, living room, and dining room. We even have kids' furniture, and it's all on sale for up to 60% off. Everything must go. Royal Furniture's huge floor model blowout sale. Going on now.
The CBS 47 studio is sponsored by Valley Unique Electric and Solar. Put the sun to work for you with Valley Unique Electric and Solar. This is Murrow and Emmy award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 7:30.
Good evening, I'm Catherine Herr.
And I'm Brian Dorman. Thank you so much for joining us. Developing here at 7:30, Fresno City Council unanimously voted to establish a citywide animal control department.
Since May of 2022, city animal control has been provided by Fresno Humane Animal Services. But as CBS 47's Ben Morris reports, with this decision, the city will phase out that partnership.
The animal shelter behind me here is owned by the city of Fresno, but has been operated by Fresno Humane since it opened back in July of last year. And with the vote today, the city will take over not only the shelter, but the entirety of animal services throughout the city. They say will help crack down on an influx of strays. The move made at Fresno City Council Thursday not only creates the city's Animal Center department, but provides the program over $6.7 million. Those dollars were set aside in the approved 2024 budget. As of now, the city believes there are over 4,000 animals or pets that require spay and neuter services. They hope to eventually hire at least one in-house vet to meet that demand, services required by state law for adoption.
We're really hopeful that we'll be able to recruit a quality vet, and having a vet on staff, it'll just be constant, right? We'll have the capacity to be doing constant spay and neuter.
The city says until a full-time vet is found, they will contract out for one. The vote today also added multiple animal resource officers, included in 75 total new positions for the infant program.
We believe a lot of the folks that worked with Humane would be interested in taking these on as city employees in the future. So we have a little bit of a process to go forward before things are fully up and running.
We did reach out to Fresno Humane for comment, but did not hear back. However, Council President Tyler Maxwell says there's no bad blood.
We had a great relationship with Humane. This was a mutual decision.
Once again, the city of Fresno plans to take over the entirety of the city's animal control by the end of November. Reporting in Fresno, Ben Morris, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
That's like today, and temperatures will climb again tomorrow and Saturday, but starting Sunday we're really going to feel more of a cooling trend, and that will continue into next week as well. Let's give you a look outside with our Table Mountain Sky Valley Cam Network. I do want to show you a time lapse from Sentinel Dome overlooking Yosemite today. Lots of sunshine early, but notice the clouds building this afternoon, and we also caught a couple of showers and thunderstorms on this camera throughout the day. Those are wrapping up, and everyone's going to be clearer moving into tonight. 91 snow.
High school, but the school is not placed on lockdown. Today, grand jury has indicted President Joe Biden's son Hunter on federal firearms charges.
In July, Hunter Biden entered into a plea agreement with the Justice Department, but that deal fell apart in court. Skylar Henry has the latest from Capitol Hill.
President Biden's son Hunter is facing 3 criminal counts related to his possession of a firearm. The indictment alleges Hunter Biden knowingly made a false and fictitious written statement when he bought a weapon in 2018 and unlawfully possessed a gun as a drug user.
All relate to false statements on a federal form in which Hunter Biden purchased weapons, and he said, I am not using drugs, when in fact he was using drugs.
The charges come a little more than a month after the Justice Department appointed a special counsel in the probe. An earlier plea deal fell apart in July over questions about an unusual diversion agreement. The indictment comes as congressional Republicans launched a formal impeachment inquiry into President Biden, centered in large part over Hunter Biden's business dealings.
Do you believe the president went to Cafe Milano and had dinner with the clients of Hunter Biden, who believes he got those clients because he was selling the brand?
So far, no hard evidence of any wrongdoing by the president has been uncovered.
House Republicans spent this morning talking about their illegitimate impeachment inquiry, which is nothing more than a partisan political stunt.
The special counsel overseeing Hunter Biden's case has indicated that tax-related charges that were a part of the previous plea deal could still be filed. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The Biden administration's latest effort to save the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, known as DACA, has been rejected. A federal judge in Texas declared the program, which protects dreamers, is illegal and that DACA violates federal law. That ruling is expected to be appealed to the Supreme Court for a third time. Lawmakers on both sides are calling for immediate immigration reform.
People want legal pathways. It is our responsibility to create those legal pathways, and I told my colleagues before, I'm ready to work with you on that.
Will remain
Oh my gosh, after that stellar performance at the VMAs, Olivia Rodrigo going on tour. When she will be in California and how to get your hands on tickets next.
All around us, events unfolding. Start your day with breaking news from the break of dawn to prepare you for the day ahead with Anthony Bailey, Medeiros Bad. With you from First Light, investigative journalism, up-to-date pinpoint weather, on air and online. The Valley's only AMT, Anthony and Medeiros. on Eyewitness News This Morning. Weekdays from 5 to 7 on CBS 47.
Think solar is unattainable? Think again. To save money with NEM 3, you need to maximize your savings, which means storage. Storing energy your system generates allows you to save it so you can use it during peak times, rather than just sending it back to the energy company. Battery storage gets the most out of your solar. If you missed NEM 2, it's okay. Solar storage can still accomplish the same savings. Call Valley Unique Electric and Solar now. Mention this ad and receive a $2,500 savings on storage.
My smile, by far, I would say that's what I'm more grateful from Dunlop in this facility.
It has changed my life in so many ways that why would I hide it? It's like, oh my God, your teeth are so nice. I'm like, girl, they're fake. Go to Dr. Dunlop.
At Learn for Life High Schools, I can be myself.
I can feel safe.
I can go to school at times that work for me.
I can prioritize my mental health. I can have a better school-life balance.
I can work at my own pace. I can control
My narrative. At Learn for Life High Schools,
I can control my own education.
I can change
My story, and so can you. Enroll anytime to control your education, completely free.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air, and operates whisper quiet. The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
My smile, by far, I would say that's what I'm more grateful from Dunlop in this facility.
It has changed my life in so many ways that why would I hide it? It's like, oh my God, your teeth are so nice. I'm like, girl, they're fake. Go to Dr. Dunlop.
An Eye on Ag with Anthony Bailey. Watch online now at yourcentralvalley.com. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Princess Diana's black sheep, their iconic sweater, soared above expectations during Sotheby's Fashion Icons auction. The red sweater sold for $1.1 million. It's a new auction record for any article of clothing worn by the late princess. The sweater was recently rediscovered by co-founders of the company that made the sweater. Well, the VMAs notch a win in the ratings. Olivia Rodrigo plans a world tour, and Josh Duhamel takes adults to summer camp.
And Bradley Blackburn has more in tonight's Eye on Entertainment report.
And all I have to say tonight is thank you. I'm blown away.
Taylor Swift took home the top honors at this year's MTV Video Music Awards, and apparently a lot of fans were watching. The award show saw its highest television ratings since 2019, with significantly more viewers than last year. Pop star Olivia Rodrigo has announced a 57-date world tour in 2024, kicking it off next February in Palm Springs, California. The Guts tour follows the release of her album, Guts, earlier this month. Promoters say destinations include New York, Miami, London, and Paris, among other cities. Tickets go on sale September 17th.
This is real, and it's playing out right in front of you, and it's hilarious.
And the new reality competition series Buddy Games pits teams of deep-rooted friends against each other in summer camp-style challenges. And the last buddies standing take home a cash prize and bragging rights. The games were inspired by host Josh Duhamel's real-life tradition with his lifelong friends. Buddy Games premieres Thursday night on CBS and Paramount Plus. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
We have more news coming up after the break.
But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. She has your full pinpoint weather forecast.
And right now I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Top pollens, quinopods, elm, and ragweed. Medium high levels for the next 2 days. Then we drop back to medium Sunday, Monday. Temperatures are going to be increasing for the next 2 days. Then we'll feel a cooling trend start. I'll take a look at that temperature trend in your pinpoint weather forecast next.
Now yourcentralvalley.com pros who grow.
Alarm sensors are a perfect way to notify you of any unwanted entry to a specific area. DSS protects your ag assets. Contact us today.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who grow.
back. The Fresno Greek Fest is back. Bigger than ever.
Can't get rid of that stubborn belly fat? Get the body you've been dreaming of. Dr. Maj and Maj Medical Clinic use the latest in minimally invasive liposuction technologies. High-definition Lipo 360, together with skin tightening, achieve ultimate body sculpting results with minimal downtime. No more jelly roll. Maj Medical turns this into this. And really, it's time to do a little something for you. Call Maj Medical Clinic today for your free consultation and get the body you've been dreaming of.
Great deals at fantastic prices. Furniture Outlet in the Village Square Shopping Center at Shaw and Villa in Clovis is celebrating with a grand opening sale. Up to 40% off name brands like Ashley Furniture, Serta, and Beauty Rest. 4-piece queen bed sets start at $9.99. 5-piece dining table sets as low as $4.99. And sofa love seat combos starting at $8.99. Easy finance, 0% interest for 48 months, and free local delivery.
Come on in to Furniture Outlet in Clovis, where we'll make you a deal.
Furniture Outlet's grand opening sale on now at Shaw and Villa in Clovis.
Car accident? Choose Jacoby & Myers. Here's the most important thing to know about insurance companies. In their world, they only see two kinds of people. Those with a lawyer and those without one. Those they have to take seriously and those they can take advantage of. Those who make them pay and those who make them rich. So which kind do you want to be? And more importantly, who do you want to be your lawyer? Choose Jacoby & Myers. Justice for you since 1972.
We are at Best RV, the largest RV center in the state of California. If you're new to RVing or if you've been doing it for years, this is the place to come. We're with Niles, and Niles, we all know that it comes down to price and selection. But take a look at this. I mean, you have rows and rows to choose from.
Yes, almost exit to exit, almost a mile. And we have all of it from Class A, Class B, Class C, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy hauler, destination trailers, even a pop-up tent trailers.
You've got it all, and we are centrally located in Turlock, right off Highway 99. It's very convenient, but you can start that RV journey by shopping online from home.
Yes, they could go to our website at bestrv.com. They could check the models, pictures, photo, price, and all the specification they need. They could contact us by email or by phone, or they could come in person and check it out.
You can answer all their questions. Thanks a lot, Niles. Some great information. During our end of summer sales event, 2023 RVs priced at 50% off MSRP. So go to bestrv.com today.
At Long John Silver's, every bite is its own golden treasure. Thanks to thick, flaky Alaskan fish, hand-dipped in our signature batter and fried to golden perfection. Sail in for a $6 fish basket or order ahead at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish, yeah.
Brian, Catherine, and Lauren, the award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News Team. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. Temperatures today very close to average. We were 1 degree hotter compared to yesterday. 92 degrees is our average high. We're going to heat up a little bit more over the next couple of days, so we'll be running a little bit hot for our Friday and Saturday. By Sunday, though, we start our next cool down, and then we're going to drop all the way back to the 80s starting on Monday. Right now, it's 91 Fresno and Hanford. Otherwise, we have 80s across much of the valley. 76 right now for those of you in Los Banos. Low 80s Mariposa, 67 for those of you in Shaver Lake. Here's the last 12 hours with our radar satellite loop. You won't see much happening for the valley or the foothills. Lots of sunshine today. You'll stay clear heading into tonight. But this afternoon, we started to see a few isolated showers and storms develop over the high country. And we're seeing a lot of these winding down right now. So as we go through the next couple of days, we're still going to keep our eyes on the Sierra. I think we'll continue to get a couple of isolated showers and storms, especially as we head into Sunday. But let's go over the next couple of days. Forecast starts at 8 o'clock this evening. Like I mentioned, everyone's going to stay dry. We'll stay clear as we go through tonight. Temperatures in the valley are going to drop back to the 60s. So here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Friday, sunshine across the valley and foothills. And again, a stray shower close to the crest will be possible. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Our Friday night will be clear. Here's 7 o'clock on your Saturday morning. And then we start the weekend in the valley and foothills with plenty of sunshine. And again, close to the crest, I think we'll get just an isolated shower or storm. That chance picks up just a little bit, though, in the Sierra on Sunday. So let's talk about some of the temperatures tonight and tomorrow. If you're in Atwater, you'll fall to 60 tonight, 95 degrees tomorrow afternoon. If you're in Madera, 60 tonight, 96 tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. Heading into Fresno County, 68 in Fresno tonight, 96 tomorrow afternoon. If you're in Selma, your low tonight, 63, 96 in sunshine tomorrow. In the South Valley, temperatures a little bit hotter, similar to what we had today. Lemoore, you fall to 61 tonight, 97 tomorrow. Tulare, 62 tonight, and then you'll also top out in the upper 90s tomorrow afternoon. Heading into the foothills, temperatures mostly in the 90s. Oakhurst 57 tonight, 92 tomorrow. Auberry, you'll reach the low 90s tomorrow afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Dunlap 64 tonight, you'll be at 93 degrees for your Friday, and then if you're in Springville, 66 tonight, 94 tomorrow afternoon. Heading to Yosemite Valley, upper 80s, 73 degrees if you're going to Sequoia National Park. Again, just a small chance for a stray shower in our national parks tomorrow afternoon. Air quality forecast across the valley tomorrow, moderate category. Going to Sequoia National Park, it is going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Here's our extended forecast. 96 tomorrow, 95 Saturday. Sunday will drop back to 91, so we'll start to feel that cooling trend. By Monday, we have 80s in the forecast, 87. 88 Tuesday, 89 Wednesday, and then we drop back to 86 on Thursday. In the Sierra, expect 70s for the next few days. Again, we may get a stray shower close to the crest Friday, Saturday, with a slightly better chance on Sunday. For your Monday, sunshine and 70, and then I expect to drop back to the 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's your forecast. We'll send it back to Catherine and Brian.
If you're in the mood for some great food, live music, and dancing, you want to check out the Fresno Greek Fest this weekend.
The three-day event kicks off tomorrow, and CBS 47's Viviana Yvonne gives us an inside look at what you can expect.
Preparations are well underway for Fresno Greek Fest as they prepare thousands of pounds of food and exciting entertainment. This year, about 28,000 people are expected to attend.
So we've got 3 days of experiencing the culture, the food, and the atmosphere and hospitality of Greece.
The 3-day celebration brings a taste of Greece to Fresno each year, offering tasty food, dancing, and cooking demonstrations.
This is really all about the food and the fun, enjoying eating the food and then dancing the food off as you're enjoying the rest of the wonderful event.
Greek Fest will be held at St. George Orthodox Church in Fresno and will also offer tours for anyone who wants to take a look inside the beautifully hand-painted church. The event will run starting on Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight and will continue on Saturday and Sunday. As a way to give back to the community, Greek Fest is partnering with nonprofits who fundraise through the event.
That really, when you come and support the Greek Fest, you're supporting Fresno, and you're supporting every part of Fresno and all sorts of youth programs, the homeless. Poverello gets part of our admission, and you're helping the organizations that are doing good things here in our community.
But this year, make sure to leave your cash at home because Greek Fest is now cashless, making it easier for you to grab some food and enjoy the event instead of waiting in long lines.
Tap your phone, tap your credit card, and you're out.
And there's a sports bar, so if you don't want to miss the Greek Fest or your favorite team play, you can come out and enjoy the food and catch the game. Tickets will be sold at the door, and prices are $7 for adults, $5 for seniors, and kids 12 and under, as well as those in the military, are free.
It's a great way for us to showcase our culture and hospitality, because that is a big linchpin for the Greek people, whether it's here in America or in Greece or anywhere around the world where you may find some of us.
In Fresno, Viviana Yvonne, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Coming up here on Eyewitness News at 7:30, get ready to indulge on some of the Central Valley's best tacos at this year's Taco Truck Throwdown. We have details coming up.
Don't wait until the pipes burst. Trust Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. At Lee's, you get your residential plumbing diagnostic for $49 all the time.
CBS 47, the Big Fresno Fair and Central California Blood Center invite you to give blood at the Pipe for Pass Blood Drive now through October 14th. Get a buy one, get one free fair admission when you donate. Details at donateblood.org.
Tired of high energy bills but afraid you can't afford solar? SunSource Solar can help. We install solar systems at no cost out of your pocket. You could cut your power bill 30 to 50%, saving you thousands. Call SunSource Solar now and start saving money.
At rallies, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm thinking I want something big. Hit me with that double meat and cheese Big Buford. Woo! Actually, give me a second one for just $1 more. Bam. I want all the flavor. The Big Buford. Load it up. Buy one, get one Buford for $1? Absolutely. Legendary. Am I right? Whatever you order, own it at Rally's. Now half off regular size classic slushies.
The biggest sale of the year continues at More Furniture. There's still time to get your home ready for fall entertaining and holiday guests while taking advantage of incredible sale prices. Furniture for every room in your home is on sale. Save hundreds store-wide as you create your dreamiest bedrooms, coziest living spaces, and decked-out dining rooms, all on sale. These savings won't last, so find your local More Furniture online at morefurniture.com.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
What makes L'Oreal Paris Hyaluronic Acid Serum loved by so many?
Our highest concentration of pure hyaluronic acid. Wrinkles are less visible by up to 47%.
Validated by dermatologists.
Revitalift Hyaluronic Acid Serum by L'Oreal.
Bergen lawyers took out for me because they're well-known in the community. I walk into the office and I have a good impression from the beginning. Bergen lawyers actually advised me to go ahead and take my time, do not rush to judgment in regards to my injuries, keeping me updated on my case. I believe that Bergen lawyers is not just the only way, but it's the right way.
There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It builds up inside, increasing the risk for lasting health issues. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Eyewitness News is brought to you by Boz Allergy, Asthma, and Sinus Center.
Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 11, a bear named Hank the Tank turned out to be Henrietta. She caused problems in Lake Tahoe. Tonight, we see how her cubs are doing at 11.
The Fresno Grizzlies have announced the full 12th annual Taco Truck Throwdown music lineup. The headliners for the event are Cypress Hill. How exciting is that? Showing my age here a little bit, the West Coast duo That Dog Pound. I might have to Google that one. And trending rapper That Mexican OT. Have you guys heard of the Dog Pound? Anybody here in the desk? No? Okay, just want to make sure. It's not just me. Chuck Chansey Park will be filled on October 21st with live music vendors and, of course, lots and lots and lots of taco trucks. General admission, $39. VIP tickets are $99. You can find a link to buy them right now on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Of course, no Cypress Hill. That's really exciting.
Should be fun.
I'm going to check in on the Dog Pound here and see.
I know we're going to have to look it up. Yeah.
Dog Pound. T-H-A.
That.
With 2 G's on the dog. Okay, in case you want to Google too. All right, last look at the weather before we go.
All right, we're talking about a little bit of heat for the next couple of days, and then we'll drop off to the 80s starting Monday.
That'll do for this edition of Eyewitness News at 7:30.
We'll see you back here tonight at 11. Have a great evening.
Table Mountain Sky brings you the CBS 47 Valley Cam Network. Keep an eye on the Central Valley with live, unparalleled views of your community. Witness what's unfolding around the valley. Stay informed, stay connected with the Valley Cam Network, presented by Table Mountain Sky. Tonight on CBS, catch Young Sheldon, Ghosts, Big Brother, and the new season of Challenge USA. Followed by Emmy and Murrow award-winning Eyewitness News at 11. Brought to you in part by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
Behold, marvelous wealth beyond your wildest dreams.
At Chuck Chansey Gold.
Imagine splendid riches, glittering gems.
It's the $1.7 million Pyramid of Cash giveaway.
Ascend to discover thrilling fortune.
Like your share of $700,000 in cash and prizes.
And unveil the temple's most exquisite treasure, $1 million.
It's the $1.7 million Pyramid of Cash giveaway, only at Chuck Chansey Gold.
Liquor King Check Cashing, now in their 4th decade of serving the Valley with check cashing and complete party supplies. Liquor, wine, beer, and we're your headquarters for kegs. Liquor King features check cashing, money orders, and wire services. And you'll always find a complete inventory of party supplies 7 days a week. Liquor King Check Cashing, serving the Valley for 4 decades at Blackstone and Herndon in Fresno.
Liquor King. Floor & Decor, my go-to to get it all. Tile, wood, stone, and laminate, they've got it. Installation materials, yep, and all the tools I need, they've got those too. More importantly, they've got my back with benefits and services I actually want, and a pro app that makes my job easier. Floor & Decor just gets it. That means I get more done.
At Floor & Decor, whether you're looking for everyday low pricing on in-stock job lot quantities and installation materials, or a powerful partner to help take your business to the next level, we've got you covered. Discover Floor & Decor today.
If you want to walk away with more money at the end of your case, choose Jacoby & Myers at the start of your case. At Jacoby & Myers, we get our clients up to 10 times the original insurance offer. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Do you know what your child is doing online? Over half of our children own a smartphone, but only a third of parents feel confident enough to discuss internet safety issues. CBS 47 knows protecting children is a priority, so we've joined forces with these organizations to bring you the CBS 47 Cyber Safe Parent Program. Visit YourCentralValley.com under Education to find the info you need to talk to your child about internet safety. Brought to you by EECU, Fresno Unified, the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, and CBS 47.
I'm Brian Dorman. You're watching CBS 47.
This week, the hijinks of Humilla Week have clashed with the most dramatic gameplay of the season, all leading